it, race fans? Welcome. We got FRB coming to you live from the 805. I'm Chris Paul Hamus, and welcome to Front Row Esports 2025 Run for the Cup. And we have the sun starting to set here in the west as the sun is already set in the east as we are under the lights here at Richmond this evening. Super stoked to have us here as a night race. It just adds more to the realism of what we're trying to portray here. It really does. So what that means is like we're time zoned here. These guys, the sun's already set there. It's proper timing. It's all coming here at the same time. I love it. Everything just kind of corresponds, with what we're doing in the actual when these guys are in the sim. But thank you everyone for joining in tonight's race. Welcome aboard. We're gonna have all kinds of fun here at Richmond. We got a dogfight ahead of us. Nothing to be said lightly about tonight's track. Richmond, I mean, it has a lot of history, has a lot of fight in it as well. So lots of different grooves that are going to be tried to be accomplished when we look for that tire temperatures and, of course, the track temperatures to be changing and seeing what these grip levels are going to offer midway through and, of course, at the end of this run. But all this, of course, brought to you by Moza Racing, Trek Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, Starlink, and then of course I got to, we have a quick special here tonight. So of course tonight's race is brought to you by Outlander Speed Company here. So it's going to be the Outlander 225, which we'll be getting into the race specifics here in just one moment. But love to see what they have here on track. We have had a domination by Ryko in this matter in their setups, and we're going to hopefully have an answer for that this evening without Liar and their speed company. But again, we're gonna be going over them. I'll show you their websites, and it looks like what I love about the Outlier program and what they're gonna, I believe, have to offer here is that most setup shops, and again, some of you may not know or new from or unfamiliar with the setup protocols and shops and whatnot are, but when it comes to these setup shops, you have different levels you can buy from, right? So you're not going to get the cream of the creme. You're going to get to the middle. There's different options in way how they set up these sets at times, right? So, and in this matter, basically what happens here is that we basically go down and with a lot of these setup shops, they dumb these things down. Is what they do. So it's not exactly what they're racing, which is what Outlier is trying to rectify, if you will. So it's gonna be you're gonna run what they brought. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So these sets have been dropping some pretty good times on track and putting the smack down. From what I say to some Ryko, what I hear for on this Ryko setup. But we'll see. A lot ahead of us tonight. Let's get into the program. Thanks again for tuning in. Here we go. All right, so tonight we are at Richmond. Absolutely. Again, we are the Outlier 225. So look at some degrees. And where we're at, Richmond, Virginia, opened October 11th, 1946. Yeah, that's a minute ago. This is a .750 mile D-shaped asphalt short track oval. Here we go. There's a little bit of mouthful. But it's about 3/4. So it's a little bit bigger, on a short track statue, if you will. But like I said, wide, lots of good racing here, but some good pinch points, and we'll get into those as well. But we're going to be looking at coming out from 2, especially because there's going to be a lot of wheel in that thing, and if these cars are pushing tight, they're going to put a lot of wheel, and that's really going to counteract that loose off. You have to come out of 2, which we might see a lot of that this evening. So we're looking at again 14 degrees in the turns, and we're looking at 2 degrees on this back stretch, 8 degrees in that front stretch. Front stretch is going to give you that more grip out of 4, but you can still overpower that thing and rotate off. Improper out of 4, and that's going to send you loose and into that end zone, which you do not want to score no touchdowns in there. But on the flip side of that coin here is you're going to have that 2 degrees on that backstretch. Again, that's where we're going to be looking for that treachery to really be unfolding, is that exit of turn 2. So we're going to see. But we got the guys in there ready to rock this evening. So let's see how much rocking they're going to have to get done here in tonight's race. All right. Here we do. Again, Richmond, Outlier 225 laps tonight, stage 1, lap 35, stage 2, lap 90, stage 3, lap, or 135 laps in that matter. So get our fuel econ, absolutely. Let's get over to that, the skinnies of the race. Open setups, rung what you brung. Hopefully it's fast. You got one backup car in a hauler. 4 sets of tires on this joker, fuel allocated, not at the same time. Fuel allocated 75%, and looking in their pit window. Oh, I did not flip that one. I will. I edited. I just didn't. Actually, let me see if I can go to that real quick, and that way we have that up. Stand by one, as I'm going to go and flip that edit around, which was right. Right there, I believe. I believe this is right. Okay, let's see. Dang it. No, I'm just kidding. 1 second. I thought I was on that one. I thought I had that one situated, but I guess not. Let's go back to the format, I guess, and get us maneuvered around there. Okay. Anyways, I know I might not deceive you. Anyways, so the pit window is not 75 to 85 laps. I'm wrong. Surprisingly, shocker in this matter. It's going to be looking at around a 110 to 115. So you're going to have that splash and go. We're going to back it up for a second to that race stages. Again, 135 laps. So we have an opportunity of possible splash and goes, 2 tire stops, 4 tire stop, split this thing in the down the middle, try to get the best of all that tire. I don't know. There's a lot of strategies to be had here in tonight's race in this final stage, per se, that it does stay, green more or less on that final stretch, especially on that final stretch. But so different things can unfold here. And how can they unfold? Well, let's go see what these points are going to tell us right now on how things the 2025 season has been unfolding. And we are looking at, of course, Banks leading the way, has a commanding lead there. Chris Carroll at that 2nd position. Kyle Wellman 3rd. Got Brian Zimmerman sitting in that 4th position. And round out that top 5 is going to be Garrett Wiles, who did get that win last week. So let's see if he can kind of, roll with that momentum and continue forward here on this tight Richmond track with all kinds of cool history. We got Hunter Lagunas in that 6th position. 7th, Carl Lindstrom. Tanner Marr 8th. Looking at Larry Bell 9th. 10th is going to be Johnson. Yeah, so Johnson's round out your top 10. And then you can kind of go through the stats before there. And yes, I did took the Baxter. He's not supposed to. There's just to delete that. But anyways, whatever. But yeah, so there is your points lineup. You can see here the wins. You'll see the and the points behind here. And then, of course, that first right number in that first column right next to drivers, of course, their races counted. So it's how many races that these guys have partaked in this evening. And I believe our Ironman soldier right now is going to be Carl Lindstrom. 21 races. I think that's the full season is what we're at right now. So 22 races this evening. But that is that's impressive for Carl Lindstrom. But again, it just shows, a lot of this commitment these guys got to put down every single week. As it does look as if we are getting ready to get into our qualifying efforts. So we'll bring it back to the booth here. All right, there it is. All right, so again, we got 225 laps ahead of us here this evening. Yeah, I think it's going to be, we got that short shoot and scoot for that lap 35 for that stage 1. So it's going to be a little position. Let your car out. Let's see what she's got. Let her eat in stage 1 and see what those tires are going to be about. Or could this be a possible save those tires in stage 1? You're not really going to have to pit, right? Just stay out. I don't know. It depends what that fall off is tonight as well. So I was hearing that, and seeing though on track that we were looking at a fall off, not about a second or so. I'm thinking around there, but it's about that when does it fall off? And I believe that's going to be that anywhere from lap 15, 20. You'll start to see these cars start to level off, I think. But we'll see. I get it. We have different setups, different drivers out there. Everyone's going to be trying something to get themselves up as further as they can to be in striking position of tonight's podium. They want to be at that podium here. And does anyone have it to take what they need here from Dylan Banks? Again, he got the wind knocked out of him last week, which is great for the drivers. And as Wiles went out to win that one, but we'll see if maybe that new found momentum may find its way through some of these other drivers in the field tonight. But I don't know, I'm stoked. But anyways, all this brought to you again by Moza Racing, Truck Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, always from the stars, bringing it from the star link there. Super stoked to have it on board, giving that awesome picture. And of course, Outlier Speed Co. Thank you guys so much for being on board. And these quick race cars we got out here on track tonight should be all kinds of fun to watch. So stay tuned. We're going to take us to our national anthem. We'll be back here for tonight's start of stage 1 and the drop of the green flag up next. Race fans, welcome to the Outlier 225 here at Richmond with, of course, we got Front Row Esports in their 2025 Cup run. And we got ourselves looks like a little bit of a smaller field here this evening. But regardless yet, hopefully that'll show us some really good racing here in this evening's race. As, again, we're going to get a little more room to dogfight out there as qualifying is finito. All right, let's get us into this program and fire this thing up. Absolutely. Okay, we got a different little pole sitter here this evening. Super stoked. Give me one moment here as we're going to bring up our qualifying efforts. Yeah, there it is. Absolutely. All right, everyone. You got Mr. Chris Carroll. What the Jesus? That's awesome. You got Chris Carroll in the number 18 machine. He's going to take over the pole. Just going to be different feeling what we've been used to from old bankers and stuff. You're getting them poles left and right. But now we got Hunter Lagunas in that second position in the 27 machine. Awesome. Garrett Wiles in a 926 can get that third spot. And then fourth position, mirroring his efforts this evening, is going to be the 4 car of Tanner Marr. And let's see, I think these guys are starting to click in. Let me get my cameras up to where they needs to be here so we can get a gander on some cars out there. One moment as we on. Hey, there they are. All right, Cody Gibson in the number 7 is going to be in that 5th position. 6th position is going to be Raymond Hardina in the 87. We got the 77 of Matt Jones. He is rocking another trip run for him. How about this? 7 in the 77. So trip 7s for Jones in this evening's race here. We got the 8th position of the 48 of Dylan Banks. Okay, here starting from a little bit more in the middle of the field this evening. An awesome run for that. A little different, like I said. Joey Miller in the 8 cars in that 9th position, rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 79 of Matt Metler. You got the 11th position to go to Kyle Wellman in the 42. Oh, Wellman starting a little more to the rear of the field, but should be all good to go. Hunter Bogdan in the 12th position. Tom Freitas in the 32. 13th. 14th is going to be Larry Bell in the 43. Carl Lindstrom in the 15th position, and then 83. And rounding out your field is going to be Richard Jackson in the 53. And that's going to get us squared away. So 16 cars, that's it tonight. So we got a light field for Front Row Esports in their run for the Cup here on this 2025 season. Unfortunate, but Chris Carroll is leading this way. So hopefully it will basically give us the opportunity to see some really good racing here. So we got these guys lining up, getting ready to go. All right, again, Carroll on point with Lagunas, a.k.a. Bubbles, in that outside lane. We're going to pace them up. I'm open for just 100% green flag run all the way through and through. You know, we need it. We need it big time. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in for tonight's race. Once again, hit that like and subscribe. Whenever you get that moment, we'll try to give you a little reminder later on through. But again, you got Chris Paul Amos, your lunatic in the booth at Front Row Esports, about ready to take the green for the first time tonight. Drop kick this stage 1. Let's get up through these gears. Light the fires, kick the tires. It's home, Big Daddy. 18. Got himself a good little jumper on the 27. 27's going to ride that high line. Door is open for the 926. 926 Garrett. Wow. He's going to let him have it. The guy's going to line up 1, 2, 3. And then 4th is going to be Tanner Marr. Banks already up to 5th position in the first lap. So he's going to try to boot Scooty right here. Boot Scoot and Boogie. That's it. Boot Scoot and Boogie. As the 48's going to jump to the bottom right there. Rock and roll around the 4-car. Tanner Marr like he won't even there. There he goes. Banks already up to that 4th position in the 48 by lap number 2. We need to bust up this tower and see exactly who's going where. Carroll still leading the way though. Hunter Lagunas right on his 6th. And then the 926, he's all over the bumper of. Oh, man, and there he goes. Pancakes to the fence right there. That's going to well and slow up his progress. As here comes a 48 all over the bumper now if he's trying to take that 3rd position by lap number 5. Man, pretty impressive. But the top, whoa, the 926 going to pave to the outside. Banks is going to go underneath him right there as he's going to continue his march forward right underneath the 926. Garrett now is going to get back onto the bumper. This was last week's race winner of Garrett Wiles, and already under some tremendous pressure as we are barely into the. Oh, we got our yellow flag out. Oh no! Right when I thought we were going to have ourselves some good racing, and I does believe it is going to be the 32 of Tom Freitas in that Chevy Camaro. Look like he's going to have some struggles on his own. Back here. Got plenty of time, though. Beginning of the stage, so he's going to get loose. Oh, no! Detonation to the outside wall. So you got to bring in the backup car for that one. Absolutely. That's a hook, line, and sinker. So that was quick to get to it. Now, again, we do. I kind of knew we might have a quick caution. Guys just started trying to figure out their programs, but Tom got plenty of time to get back into this race. Make a little tire pressure adjustment, let her sit down a little bit more. Again, tires are still cold. But we're going to go caution first time tonight before lap 7. And again, this is just a quick, short run here for this stage 1. We're going to see who has some good power in that launch again. It's very crucial for 18 of Chris Carroll to keep this race lead. As you see, Dylan Banks already up 5 spots here as he started 8th position. And now up to 3rd. Which would be good because he needs to pass some cars in this series. From where we were looking at some stats not too long ago, he's only passed like 37 cars the entire season. So this guy's been pretty much just sitting up front the entirety of this race. So yeah, put him in some traffic. It's good for him. Learn a little something. Or, whatever. 4-car Tanner Marr. Down 1. Cody Gibson. Guys, old and steady, though, is at 777. 77 of Jones in the 7th position. Miller, all these guys kind of holding in that top 10 at the moment. But again, so we have a very, small field this evening. So, the gains can be tremendous here if you keep this thing on track and, do some adjustments to your car that are going to really make the difference out there on track and track time. So we are under caution. Once again, we should be seeing lights out on the pace car. So that's going to be good news there. Ready to go fast once again. Let's look over just for any you latecomers to the program. No worries, I'm always late to everything, so I completely feel you. Got your back. All right. We got not stage checkered. My bad. Let's go to our. There we go. There it is. All right, so stage 1, lap 35. Lap 35 will be the end of stage 1. You'll see that up in your top right-hander of the corner. It does give me a good reminder as well of when we are going to see that yellow. And then, of course, we're going to have stage 2, lap 90. And then the longer run is going to be stage 3 with 135 laps there. Now, in our formats, again, let's not quote me, but again, 75% fuel, which is the big thing. It's 110 to 115 laps, not 75 to 85 laps. I don't know what's thinking. But anyways, open set is backup car. We're about ready to go back green once again here in stage 1. Okay, first 2, still the same. Carroll's going to get the jump. Here comes a 48. 48 is going to drag race 27. He has that open door and more. He's gone. He's going to get to the bottom. He's going to rotate off. Look, the power put down by that 48. Just claws right around the 27. He's going to go right to the bumper of the 18 of Carroll. Now Carroll has his mirror full of the 48. And we're talking, this is just lap 11. Carroll's going to try to work that higher line. He's going to try to pinch it down. 48's going to break. Oh, off and into the fence. The 18 goes. Just ever so slightly, 48's going to back her up, give him some room to breathe here, it seems, as he's going to come off, wiggles off, and hook, line, and sinker again. Does the same kind of thing that Tom did there, but he's a little further up on the wall, and he's able to kind of keep it pointed the right direction, but he's going to lose everything because the caution has not come out, and there's tremendous damage to that car. He's going to have to bring it in. Oh, but we do get lucky as Matt Jones. Oh, and unlucky for the 77. Of Jones, as Jones does look as if he is into that inside wall. Let's see what happens here. So they go by that. There goes 18. 77. Gets loose off. Oh! Hooks that thing into the fence. Lucky break for the 18. Horrible outcome for the 77. But again, these guys do have backup cars, and his stuff is broken. So his biggest concern is going to be getting that thing back to pit road and getting that spare car out to haul it. It's already there waiting for you, buddy. You just got to get that car to replace it. That's all you can do, right? Got to tag in the other car. He's going to limp that joker back to pit road. As here comes Alicia. Well, that will put him a lap down. There will be a fight out there for the lap downer. Let's see if Carroll remained on that lead lap. Yes, he does. He's still out there damaged. So that, again, that caution came out good. He was able to right the car. He's going to start from the back of the field, which it is, luckily for him, it's still going to be close to the top 10. He should be able to drive through there, but he's going to probably take this penalty of the closed pit lane, get this thing fixed, start at the rear of the field, be good to go. Banks now leading the way. And let's look at our tower here. Well, whenever we get back to live, there we go. All right, so let's see. Lap 14. So we got another 25 lap left here in stage 1. And, wow, just unfortunate circumstances there for the 18. He just tried to put that power down a little too much on exit there, and around he went. And then the same thing with Jones. We'll look over Jones once again here as right here. So it's going to be on his exit out. He's going to put that. There you go. And then that ass that's coming around on him already. and then you got to feather that thing so quick, and or it's going to do just that to you. Boom! Snap right into the fence, and then it does look as if maybe the who was that? Maybe Metler? No, it wasn't Metler. Who was it who got some kind of contact? Maybe Bogdan? Yeah, it was Bogdan. So Hunter Bogdan seemed to have got some kind of contact there, but it doesn't look severe, so he should be able to just get that thing patched up in the garage and hold on to that backup car. All right, lights are out. We're gonna go fast once again. 2 cautions, and again, these are self-induced. I think like the only difference between Carroll's was that why it wasn't as bad as it was that, again, he was up a little higher on the track on exit, so he didn't have too far to go to pancake that thing. And here we go, green once again. All right, Dylan Banks in the 48. He's going to go ahead and jump out in front here, and that should be all we need to know there. Honda Laguna is going to go side by side with the 926. He's not going to give it in. She's going to go bring it down to the door, stall him up. He does. Going to get that exit off. Keep it off the fence, baby. Oh, yeah. So still drag race across the line. This is going to be the second position now. The 926 of Garrett Wilds gets the rotate preferred line in and gets around the 92 or the 27 of Hunter Lagunas, and he is going to go ahead and try to check out Gibson and the four car Tanner Marr. It looks to be possible battle starting to tighten up here, it seems, by the 86 of Hunter Bogdan, Chummy Miller, and the 8 car 42 of Wild Man Kyle Wellman. He's trying to move his way up through the field as he's up 3 positions, but we got 5 positions moved by Larry Bell as he's picking him up, putting him down, Dano. Get it! And then we got Carroll. Carroll's got a lot of ground to make up, but he's got himself a really good hot rod. Obviously, that's why he put that thing on pole. So Garrett, then they're going to try to stretch this thing out. Now it's going to be up to Hunter Lagunas as see if he can get up on the bumper here, put some pressure on, or see what's going to happen with these guys and their tires. See, if they put a little too much heat in the kitchen and burn their stuff off. But again, it's a quick run. So we're going to be over at lap 35 with our cautions. It's going to be barely enough time to actually get these tires up to temp to where it's going to cause any kind of change in the car. Gibson finding himself up 1 position, 4th spot right now. He's looking pretty hot now, flaming hot Cheetos. Chevy Camaro ripping out of 4 right now, right up against the wall though, but he didn't get a piece of it before that 27 Chevy did. Got a little scratch on it, but we don't buff out. We're just fine. We can use it every inch of the track's what's going down. Got Tanner Marr there. He's following quickly as quick as he can, and looks like Hunter Bogdan. Oh, we got a battle underway here with the 43 of Larry Bell looking for that outside line, and the 8 car of Chummy Miller going for the bottom. Miller has that preferred line. He should be able to rotate out in front of the 43. 43 comes back with some power on that outside. We've seen this as a characteristic of the 43, as the 43 has been, he likes that higher line, and he finds magic up there. Once he lays some rubber down, he's finding it again, and he's just going where they're not, putting his car where it needs to go. Larry Bell, super stoked, but he gets some in that 43. Woo! Does some throttle, but still gets it. Now he's going to bring it kind of back low again. Again, working all the track, trying to find some speed out there and gain some ground on these leaders. We're inside the 10 for stage 1. The leaders are the same. We got, wiggles off by the 27. 27, he did himself one heck of a recover on that matter. Oh, we're laying it up against the fence right now, taking all the paint off. 7 car's looking pretty stout, though. I'm liking this Cody Gibson. Watch his exits here. Real controlled. giving himself, you see 27 clipped himself some of that apron there. That's going to slide him up. But real controlled on his exit there, especially, nice drive in. It's going to gain some time. I like his high arc to bottom. Gives him a good exit on out. So he's got himself a decent line here. He knows what he's doing with it too. So let's see if he can continue his march forward as you get to the top, then passes to get real difficult, especially around town of Hunter Lagunas. Still working that bottom line. Cody Gibson trying to switch it up and flip it up as we may be seeing a change of position here for that podium, that third spot. Get up there, that just brings him that much closer in to wrong guy. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Goons right here. Now that the 7 car has gotten in his wake, it's affecting the handling of that. So you see him working on an out to in, kind of crossing that wake on his exit. So not really as he's trying to rotate through. So that way he's trying to plant his move. Now he gets in front of him. You see that kind of nose kind of push bit. Probably has to feather that throttle. Look at Tanner Marv. He's starting to gain on these cats. Here comes Chris Carroll making some moves. Right on board. Clears the 86 of Bogdan. 18 of Carroll. Got a lot. He's gained a lot of positions back since the start of this race. Your pole sitter. And, again, took a hook, line, and sinker into that outside wall coming out from 4. And now he's finding himself in that catch-up game right now. But the best thing about him is that he's got time. He's got time in this catch-up game right now. And, again, the caution going to come out. It's going to bring this whole field back together again, kind of set that field. But as you see, Banks just pulling on the 926 of Wiles, and Hunter giving her all she's got, as this is going to be it. Final lap for stage 1. Banks going to come across the line and win it. And that will be the conclusion of stage 1 once we get that yellow. Well, eventually get the yellow. I guess we're not doing a stage break at 35. That's what I was told. Of course, so maybe we'll count it up to 40 and see what happens.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, no, we're just late on this matter, I guess, so. Okay, caution's out, and I believe, let's try this one more time. Oh, and let's see who's going to be up in this chatter, of course, to get this top 10. All right, Dylan Banks, that P1, 926 of Garrett Wiles, second position. Third, going to go to the 27 of Hunter Lagunas. Cody Gibson, fourth position, that 7 car. Good run for Cody. Good job, brother. We got the 4 car, Tanner Marr, in that 5th position. 6 is going to go to the 18 of Chris Carroll, trying to make that comeback and get himself back up to the front. 86 of Hunter Bogdan, 7th position. Kyle Wellman in the 42, 8th. 9th position is going to be Larry Bell in the 43, and round out your top 10 for that chatter for them points is going to be Raymond Hardina. All right, we're going to take ourselves to a quick break. Be back here for the drop of the green flag for stage 2. Stay tuned.
It's time. Rise, Lord Vader.
I feel their whispers.
Anakin,
breaking my heart.
What I was is gone.
You are my brother, Anakin!
What I am will bring the galaxy to its knees.
You were never truly Sith, Anakin. You were once a Jedi.
I am more than Anakin ever was. Live or die.
Long live the Empire!
Lord Vader is a weapon, but weapons can be turned against their masters.
You have proven yourself, Lord Vader.
The past is the past. The present and future are all that matter.
Windy day in paradise.
Face to all drivers.
There's a situation developing at Ponderosa Elementary. There are 23 kids who are stranded.
Is there anybody
in the area that can pick them up? Is there anybody that can go and pick these kids up?
We are green for stage 2. Oh, stage 2, my bad. We'll get it right eventually. All right, so we are green once again. The 48 of Dylan Banks out in front. So we apologize about the mess up in programming. 27 and 18 going to go at it with the 4-car. Tanner Marr going to stick his nose in the fight as the 4-car of Tanner Marr going to get down and get some. Good battles progressing. 42 of Wellman now finding himself up a few more positions here as we got, loose and low is going to be the 18 and Carroll. Carroll now, he's in the trencher things. Oh, my goodness. Here comes the 7-car. 7-car Apostle looking for that 3 wide as they're around that 8-car of Miller. Stuck right there in front, but we do have more battles to be had here as we got Garrett Wells trying to move his way back forward again. Tanner Marr now finding himself up in the 3rd position. Hunter Lagunas tracking on the race leader, but back to Gibson. Gibson on the 7-car. He's going to go to the bottom here underneath the 8, open the door up for Raymond Hardina. Let's see if Hardina is going to try to take that same open door with him. 18's backed off ever so slightly. He's going to go door to door with the 77 of Matt Jones. Matt Jones fighting to stay on the, well, hopefully get back to that lead lap. He's going to get clear of the 18. 18 struggling. 48 leading the way. Hunter Lagunas trying to stay on his bumper. Get some, Bubbles. Bubbles trying himself a different arc here as he's going to give a real good exit on out of 2. A little scrape there, no big deal though. Good drive in. He's going to try to pull a little something up on this race leader and put some pressure on him. Look at that drive off 48 gets as he just starts to gap right there. Good rotation in by the 27. 27, good exit out. But, man, that 40, I don't know. That's crazy. And he's going to continue on as we got battling right behind him here. Garrett Wiles looking underneath. Tanner Marr in the 4-car. 4-car of Tanner Marr kind of gives way here. 19.6 of Wiles. He's going to, wow, yeah, 4-car. Get some, baby. He literally just kind of did himself a bob and a weave to keep himself off the wall at 2. So great save by him as he's going to lay on him that time. Absolutely. 42 Wellman's kind of following right there in those tracks as We got now Wiles in that 926 starting to track in on the 27 of Hunter Lagunas. Really starting to show more about some of these setups in these programs, as you know, some of these drivers are able to do things that they haven't really been able to do before. We got a battle about to maybe take shape here for this second position with the 27 doing everything he can to stay on the bumper of the 48. Let's take a ride on the 48. All right, so riding right now with the 48 here. So he gets his shift right there. He only shifts real quick on that front stretch. Leaves it in fourth here. Gonna rotate the bottom. Car just looks like it's a slot car. Shift past the line. Downshift at that dark portion. Pretty simple. Pretty basic. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, let's take a ride with Hunter Lagunas in second position. We're checking the differences on cars, on how we're tracking. Well, loose off, big time, as he's got company. 926 Garrett Wiles is going to do the same thing. He's going to clear right past him. Little bump. Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh. Hey, how you doing? Just solid. And yeah, downshift right there at that. So identical. Downshift at that dark patch. Look at this. Barely a wiggle off. Then Garrett tends to drive in like super hard. Wow. And now he's trying to gain up to the 48, pushing the car. But right now he's just going to cycle out those two once again. Like a repeat of last week. Let's see who's battling. Anybody looking for a fight? That 7 car says, me, dude. I'm looking for it. All right, you got the camera. Chilling on board Cody Gibson as he's starting to bear down on that 86 of Hunter Bogdan. And both these guys are starting to close the gap on the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Kyle Wellman may be starting to slack up, and if he does, he's going to find himself with a heap of company on his bumper. Tanner Marr, though, running himself, a nice race, still holding his position. Started fourth and is currently in fourth. He's got himself a really nice car, pretty stable. He's finding himself a little bit of a higher line to a little bottom exit entry, which is great for that exit. Really good for that exit. He's protecting himself on that, not letting the car walk off on him. Oh, look, it's doing, oh my goodness. Commentator Kerr strikes again as the 4 car, Tanner Marr, steps her sideways, lets the 42. Now he's got pressure. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Here comes 86. Ooh-da. Let's get in this fight. 4 car slipped it up ever so slightly. Now we're going to look for pass underneath here. Can't get the power planted with that 86 of Bogdan, but he's still trying. That Woden slowed up his his momentum. It's a late down shift. Gonna drive her in here real deep. That's probably scared the bejesus out of the 4 car, thinking he's like, oh, I'm going around. But no, so he's gonna gain right here. Bogdan trying to run from his pressure right now, which is, oh my goodness, we got all kinds of fence right there by that 86 of Bogdan. Bogdan's gonna jump down with that trajectory. Kind of had nowhere else. He just followed the car down there. Ford's gonna have momentum off, so and then clears him, dumps some dirty air in front of him, trying to hold him back. He's doing a good job of holding him back here after that slip up. Can't really quite catch the 42. 42 is kind of doing the same thing right now, dumping some air in his face, right? Yeah, it does, and so it's stalling him up, and then now the Hunter Bogdan is going to be able to get himself right up onto the bumper. So this is where the fight's at. This is all for that. Man, bogus. 4 car steps her out once again. Luckily, he was up high, like super high. So that car just kind of did a dance on the wall ride, and he's going to slow her up and lower her up as these guys are going to clear down. Cody Gibson gets around. 4 car going to keep her from going around. Gets back on the throttle and settles back in. Still running a top 10 run, 7th position for Tanner Marr. Well, leader's still doing the same thing. 2nd, and then Hunter Lagunas. He's trying, man. He's trying to work these guys down. Let's right on board with Mr. Hunter Lagunas once again. He's getting a good bite off. That 926 getting all kinds into the fence. He should be at least get that 2nd position back. But I don't even see the 48 anymore. No, he don't. He's gonna start lapping ducks. Going for the ride. Goons doing everything he can. Give her all she's got. 42 Wellman up 7 positions. We got a caution out. Uh-oh. That was unexpected. It looked like we were clean to the end here. Oh, no. 7 car around. What happened, Cody? Oh, loose off. What are you doing? Oh! He was saving that damn thing all the way down the backstretch. Oh, goodness. Let's see it one more time. Oh. Cody Gibson just trying his statue at Tokyo Drift here. Wrong car for that, bud. You're absolutely. But that's all right. He's going to be okay. You'll be able to gather it back up and get us back going again. All right, so this guy's going to stay out, and we'll take a break. Be back here in just a moment.
Ben Richards, 35, married, 1 child, in medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch us up.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you. It's the biggest show in the country.
Bloodlust is our birthright! Set it free! Welcome to the Running Man!
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down. And get your family out of Slumside for good.
I'm gonna come back here and burn this building down. I promise.
That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit! Yes! Hunt him down!
ever wondered if this game is rigged?
Guess we'll find out.
You might be moving up too fast.
Hey, buddy. You're on Freebie.
You better run! I got a grenade!
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
Hey, big boy!
Green flag, green flag.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Got Chris Paul Hamas here with Front Row Esports in their 2025 Cup Series run. And we are under the lights here at Richmond. The Outlier 225. Dylan Banks leading the way. 48, Garrett Wiles settling into that second position. Hunter Lagunas in the 27. He's still trying to hold on to that third spot with the 42 of Kyle Wellman. Going to show some stuff here and maybe get ourselves a little bit of a race on for that third position. Kyle Wellman takes that inside line and the 27 is going to go ahead and surrender that pretty quickly, knowing that we are. Whoa! He was off his apex on that turn, absolutely, as he's going to surrender that one as well. And the 18 is going to go ahead and dig on by, knowing it is go time. Here comes Chris Carroll in the 18 car. Carroll trying to move himself back up to and into the fight as he got himself wicked loose in stage one. Dropped from the front to the back, and it went from hero to zero, as now he is looking for that Superman cape and trying to fly his way back up through the field, as Garrett Wiles now going to take off and lead the way as he gets around Dylan Banks' first lead change of the night. What happened here, as now we have Banks kind of backing off here. He does kind of, he's going to drop back tremendously. So we'll see if there's contact through the 27. He's loose off. He's hurting something fierce. He's going to go ahead and kick this thing around. Whoa! Whoa! That was close. And there goes 87. We got a caution out, though. Hunter Bogdan, I believe, crashed. Or no, it was Tommy Miller crashing. So I don't know. We're going to find this one out here. But we got Miller crashed right here. And then we're going to look over the oh yeah, he was just, I don't know what, yeah, he loose on entry or something. Then he's gonna take out the 86 of Bogdan. Bogdan's gonna go around, and then we got more cars checking up right here. That looked like it was a 53 maybe. Oh man, we haven't seen Carl Lindstrom either. We haven't got to him. What is going on here in tonight's race? Then we got Hunter Bogdan. We just see him crash right there, and that matter, we can get in contact. So let's try to look at Hunter Bogdan as 8 car comes around. Both these guys are real close to that fence there. And then you see something by the 8, and then bam, bam, takes that guy out. And then you're going to have the 79 of Mettler. He gets all over them. Branks, yeah. He stalls that thing up. All right, so let's look over that race pass for the lead here. There it is. So Garrett's just going to get underneath him. He's going to let him go. 27, you see him in the fence behind him. So this is replay action. 926. The 48 is just going to let him go. And it just kind of seems like weird. Let's see what happens here, though, Banks. Okay, on replay here of that's easy out. You can go ahead and let him go. Try to miss his shift a little bit there, but nothing tremendous. And then again, it gets stalled up or something here. Because then he gets ran down by the 42. Yeah, not sure. And this cluster right here, both these guys get past. 27 still struggling. See the 27 back here. This is where all this fight starts to go down. And then the 87, he gets a piece of the Hunter Lagunas right here. So that Hunter Lagunas gets the 87 loose, and you see the 87. He trying to hold on to her all kinds, locking that thing down. Does so. He was up there in that top 5, making his way forward. But locks her down. Great job for the 87 of Raymond Hardina. That could have been just nasty. All kinds nasty. Okay. Let's go back green once again. 926, Garrett Wells leading the way. The 42, Kyle Wellman outside. 18 inside. In the third spot, we got the little tire spin out of the 18, it seems, as the outside line starting to hook up. 87 of Raymond Hardina with some good pushing right here by the 4 of Tanner Marr. Big cluster. You know what? Here comes the 27 of Hunter Lagunas. Gunas now, he's going to go for a shoot and scoot and try to get himself these positions real quick, like while these guys are jumbled up. He's going to look underneath the 4 car of Tanner Marr. Tanner Marr on the outside. Now jumping back to the outside, 43 of Bell. Bell's in the middle of all of this fight right here. This is fantastic. Oh no! Slap to the fence goes to 27. That's going to slow him up, and the 4 car and 43 both escape his grasp, at least for the moment. 43 now trying to put the hammer down. Larry Bell is under attack again by the 27. 27 getting down to the bottom. 27 now trying to make his way through. Oh my but Jesus. You got Matt Metler also looking to get into the fight. You got Metler alongside the 7 car of Cody Gibson. Gibson gets around the 79 of Metler. Metler, though, gets a good arc in. He's doing just fine. Back to the fight with this 27. 27, it gets past the 43. Here comes the 48 now of Banks. Banks going to go ahead and get some passes under his belt as he's going to get around the 43 with ease. Drops now to the bottom. And away they go. Oh, battle continues, though. The 27 of Hunter Lagunas gets to the bottom. The 87 of Hardina. Hardina just road blocking the crap out of these guys right now. Love this one. The 4 car, Tanner Marr trying to figure out his way by. Here we go, 3 wide. First time tonight, 3 wide. We're going to hold, baby. Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, stuck in the middle, and she's going to be the 87. Oh, we got a caution out. What the Jesus going on around here? That was a great run right there, man. Shoot. 3 wide and stuff. Yellow flag is out. Oh, because I was into stages wide. Duh, stupid, huh? Shoot. That was a great battle, though, for that. I got to rewind that one then. That's going to be for the stage end. Yeah, so this is going to be for stage end right here. 3 wide, cross the line, slowing it down. Ah, good stuff right here. I'm loving this. Crossing the line for stage 2. Or no, this was a stage end. This is just a yellow for some reason. We're in stage 3. What am I thinking? Got too wrapped up in all the action because it's not showing me anything for the yellow flag though. So, but that was 3 wide till coming to. I don't. Yeah. So let's, I guess, get caught up here. I don't know what quite happened on that one. So I guess that was. Yeah, stage in, lap 90. Oh, maybe I'm off. I'm off, everybody. My bad. I'm totally off. But whatever. All right, driver details. Garrett Wiles gets that stage 1 win. Second position, Cody Gibson. Choa Miller, 3rd. Matt Metler, 79 is 4th. Hunter Lagunas, 5th. Dylan, 6th. Carroll, 7th. Kyle Wellman, 8th. Tanner Marr, 9th, and 10th is Larry Bell, I guess. But again, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and we'll have to under review, if you will. But right now we got Wiles leading the way, and Cody Gibson in second position right now. That's awesome, dude. Good job, Cody. Getting them flaming hot Cheetahs all up in business right now. So that was the end of stage 2. My bad. So yeah, we just jumped the gun on it. That's all good. Don't worry about it. So since we're gonna reset, I'm gonna reset as well. Be back here in just a moment.
It's time. Rise, Lord Vader.
I feel their whispers.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
What I was is gone.
You are my brother, Anakin!
What I am will bring the galaxy to its knees.
You were never truly Sith, Anakin. You were once a Jedi.
I am more than Anakin ever was. Live or die.
Long live the Empire!
Lord Vader is a weapon, but weapons can be turned against their masters.
You have proven yourself, Lord Vader.
The past is the past. The present and future are all that matter.
Right, welcome back, everybody. Here we are, stage 3. Green and Garrett Wiles leading the way. We got Cody Gibson in that second position. He's trying to fight off the 27 of Hunter Lagunas as we are at Richmond in the outlier 22-25. Front Row Esports trying to get her done once again under the lights this time at Richmond. And we got the 27 looking low with the 18 following a really good line. The 7 car, Cody Gibson, high to that exit. We're trying to find the momentum off as you see him a little up off that line. Guys, we're finding the speed down there on the bottom and a good arc and launch off. We've got some guys into the fence back here. Possible 8 car into the, is slow to get everybody around him. The 42 of Wellman gonna dip out. Oh, back into the fence again goes the 8 car. Just playing some bumper cars out there as you see more cars trying to cycle underneath them. 43 of Larry Bell now trying to make his charge back again. Matt Mettler, Raymond Hardina, all these guys. Now Matt Jones back on, was on the lead lap. Dang it, not anymore, but too. He's still looking for that lucky dog to get back into this fight. And you got a couple of guys here, Richard Jackson, Carl Lindstrom, who didn't make it in for some reason. So maybe starting park for him. But whoop, that's not supposed to happen either. I hate it when that does that. There we go. But Wiles still leading the way now. He's going to go ahead and excel just ever so slightly from this Chris Carroll now. Second position, Hunter Lagunas in the third. Cody Gibson now fighting back here. So battle for that third position. So Cody Gibson on the high. And we have Hunter Lagunas in the 27 on the low here. Chris Carroll now moves himself into second position. Going to try to run down the 926 of Garrett Wiles. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you have Dylan Banks in some fights back here with the Cody Gibson, Hunter Lagunas in the 27. He's going to try to sort himself by. He does. He's going to get that bottom, get clear up. Whoa! Scrapes a little bit of that fence on exit. The 48 still going to manhandle this bottom line. Try to get himself to drive off. He does, and he's gone. He's going to check out right here and go and run down those 2 leaders. Say it's, I'm sure Banks is getting bored up there, just leading every single lap. So kind of good he's out here just playing and fighting in the middle here, moving his way on up. Tanner Marr, though, he's keeping himself in close contention of that top and inside that top 5. He is 5th position. at the moment and looking strong. He's got some speed. Now he's gonna dive. He's up at the 27 around. Oh, 4-car dump truck did something fierce, and the 27 is gonna go around. Oh man, we've seen all that unfold right there in front of us here as the 4-car sails her in with a really good run off and good run in, and then he's gonna just sail it in, dump truck this thing right into the back bumper and left rear of the 27. 27 tries to lock it down, then get back in the gas, and that thing instantly hooks him around. He gets a good piece of the inside wall, but not a lot of damage there. He should be able to get that one fixed. That's not shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, he should be just fine. But he's gonna be starting in the rear of the field. Caution is out, and let's double check on where we at on our laps here. Is Garrett Wild still leading the way? We got a Wellman and Bell crash. I don't think that's right. This guy's probably. Whoa! What the hell? That is right. Okay, let's find out what the hell happened here. We're under caution and we have 4 cars stacked up. I don't get it. Right on board the 42. Oh, Wellman checks her up. And then the 43 backs her up, all pissed. You know he's pissed. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like what the bejesus. So 42 kind of pulls a rookie arc move here on his coming around on low down behind the pace car. Locks it up, slides it into the fence, gets a hold of the 43. Matt Metlin, the 79, just kind of slides himself by. And the 43 tried to back her off the wall just as these guys are coming around. He didn't see that. And that stacks them all up with the 43. Yeah, 43. There it is. So that stacks them all up. Everyone just stops here. And then, you know, you just see some ticked off drivers right here. Absolutely. 43 especially, which he has every right to be. Every right to be. All right? And we'll back it up one more time since we do have some time. These guys just stop parking lot here. 43, just minding his own business. Did I miss it? Yeah, we did miss it. Anyways. What was that? Oh, okay. So the 43... he sees, overreacts, maybe. Oh, I see. Okay, now we got it here. Now we got it. So the 43, yeah, Wellman just kind of did his thing, and the 43 come around. I think he did the exact same thing. Oh, he almost clobbers the 4. So he just clobbered himself, and then the 43 kind of like maybe jolted by the 42 around. Man, that's crazy. All right, here we go. Let's go back green again.
Green flag, green flag.
Stage 3. Oh, spin of the 18's tires. That's going to blow his launch off here. 48's going to get underneath them. Should be able to clear by pretty quickly. Does. Clears by. 926 going to jump out and try to take control of this race. Here comes the 18. 18, Chris Carroll coming back. Here we go, side by side, across the line. He's got the preferred in. Wow, launch around, drives around him on the outside. '18 had that preferred in, but yeah. Grip levels are amazing. All right, so now we're lined up 1, 2, 3. Garrett is now going to be under attack from the 48, and the 48 is going to have the 18 to deal with as well once he goes to pass Wiles. He does. Oh, here goes the 18. 18's going to get underneath the 48. This is for second position. 48 has that preferred lane in. That inside line has been a dominating factor. Oh, here goes 18. Oh, buddy. 18 steps it in there. He gets around. 18, Crisco back to the race lead. 48 falling right there on his bumper, trying to stick right with them. 926, Garrett Wiles is going to rotate himself into third position. Wow. So now we're going to single file this thing out. Let's look over that pass one more time. Carroll. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, Garrett left that door open, and 18 went for it, man. Absolutely. All right, let's go to Carroll now, as Carroll's going to try to take off. And we've got that clean air. Let's see what this car is going to be all about. Carroll's good at making some quick adjustments in his car to really level himself out. But you got Garrett into the wall once again, and the 48 still trying to find that good line behind him. So we'll see what the difference is here. If this outlier speed company can put a stop to Ryko and their domination in that front row esports 2025 Cup Series. Because right now, 18, he's got that outlier setup in, and he's putting some speed down. The car looks good too. Settling in. That's what he needs to do. Settle in. All right, we got ourselves something heating up here between the 42 and the 86 of Kyle Wellman. Or 42 of Wellman and Bogdan in the 86. 42 Wellman on the outside. Bogdan hunting for the bottom here, and he's finding it. Gets it. Clears. Clear up, clear down. He's going. Get back to the preferred line, and he's going to try to bring along with is Larry Bell, 43. Oh, gets a good chunk of the wall that time. Cars be a push and getting a little tight. Still got ourselves quite the race left yet ahead. So I don't believe we were in our pit window. Oh, no, not yet. Right, 115 laps. So we're at lap 125. Yeah, so they can make it from here. So I wonder if that last run they had, that last chance to stop, gave them enough fuel to make it all the way. I don't think so. I think that they're still may need something. But right now, Carroll's checking out. Banks holding strong in that 6th position. Hunter Lagunas, he's in that 3rd position right now. And Garrett kind of backing up. So Hunter Lagunas got past Garrett Wiles. Missed that one as we're kind of looking over some of the schematics here. Garrett Wiles maybe backing up, maybe have some damage to his car. Possibility. But Hunter Lagunas making his way forward. And we'll check out that pass from the 27 and 926. 926. Right in front, so he's going to dive to the bottom. Clears him quick, gets around him, and he's gone. Right up on the bumper. Good arc by that 27. So Carroll in the Outlier Race Company setup here, putting the heat down in Dylan Banks' kitchen. 48 finally got some dirty air to deal with. We'll see how that's going to track on his race program. That's always now we're going to start looking to our long run effects and what the setup can offer there. So far, Hunter Laguna's in the outlier as well, I believe. And he is in that third position. See what these long runs are going to be. Woo. Things get a little skinny on exit of 4. Absolutely. And now things are starting to kind of single file out through tonight's tonight's field. Matt Mettler, top 10. Keep up there, brother. He's trudging away, man. Struggling, trying to find some speed for that guy. Jones still in it, lap down. Cody Gibson out. Uh-oh, we got a caution out. This is going to be... Oh, wait, Lindstrom isn't? How is this possible? Oh, there he is. Lindstrom isn't. I don't know why we haven't really picked up on Lindstrom this evening for the 83 of Carl Lindstrom. You got to bring out a caution as he has been... Oh, so he just slows this thing. I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe he just got in to turn some laps or something. That brings out a caution, and that can, I don't know. We'll see what that's going to do. It's going to give the 77 his lap back. I'm sure he's going to like that one. So Jones gets his lap back, and everyone's going to get their pit on. So we'll take a break, be back here for green flag.
Since time began, man has gazed at the stars and he has wondered, am I alone? So much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks, we're not going there. They are coming here. I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier. He's biblically strong, lightning fast, supremely intelligent. And if he is struck down on the battlefield, I will simply make you another.
You think you're in control of this? You're not. What are you?
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Hang on!
A malfunctioning program that wants to live. Why is that? It's just a feeling. Fascinating.
Green flag.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Got Chris Paul Hamas here with Front Row Esports in their 2025 Cup Series run here on the lights at Richmond. We are back under green. Banks leading the way. Got Tanner Marr, second position. Hunter Lagunas in that third position, and now we got Garrett Wiles and Raymond Hardina kind of duking it out. Chris Carroll, 6th position, went from lead to 6th, so we got an exchange of pit stops, and we got some guys looking for, whoa, buddies. Oh, the 27 goes around. Caution back out, and everyone scrambles. Hunter Lagunas and Matt Medler, I think, got a piece of that one as we're going to take it back. All right, taking her back and slowing her down. And it looks like she's going to start to, yeah, it steps out on entry. She's going to go around something fierce. He does his best at his best Tokyo drift. Tries to maybe power it off the wall. Nope. Slides up. Connection. Not hard connection, though. But that's going to finish the lack of traction. He'll back it into the fence one more time, turn it around, and then here comes it. Oh, it would have been okay until bam! Wreck on a wreck. Then the 42 almost gets a piece of him as you see him go barely squeak by there. Oh, 83 Carl Lindstrom sideways. He brings her back out on track after I guess he parked it. I don't know what's going on in this race right now. I really don't. We're a little lost in some of the strategies or antics being pulled at the moment. So Lagunas in pits and possibly out of this race. We got him dropping like flies right now. So, but Jones should be back on the lead lap, I hope, by all this, and finding himself maybe in another top 10 run, which he will need that due to the fact of points, very critical. Get to that top, that playoff round of 16. Let's look at those points as we see it, as we're talking about them here. So, yeah, we got a battle with Matt Jones, Tom, Raymond Hardina. So those guys all need to get some positions. Carl Lindstrom, he needs to continue to stay where he's at least for right now. So, yeah, every lap, every point's going to matter. Come the end of this thing, get you into that 16 and then on from there. And we do have a moment. Let's look over the rest of the schedule. Boom. Right, so we are almost to the playoffs. Heck yeah, super stoked. So Richmond right now, top right-hander-ish of your your screen. We've got next week Daytona at night, another night race. Absolutely fantastic, super stoked. And again, that's gonna rally up on some hopefully some crazy finishes. So we got Daytona next week. But, of course, all this tonight, we are watching the Outlier 225 here at Richmond. And look them up online. Here is their Outlier Speed. This is their website right here. So look them up, Outlier Speed Company, all right, or co, outlierspeed.co, and you'll find this website. Pull this thing up, and it'll give you all of their different styles and setups for a multitude of different cars, not just Cup. Sorry, I didn't mention that.
Green.
All right, we're green once again. Banks with an impressive launch. He's going to clear the field with ease. And we're going to go door to door almost. Oh, no. 19.6 closes the door on the four-car Tanner Mar. Tanner Mar, he's going to sail this thing in. But that's going to leave Carroll with that bottom line. Oh, man. And Carroll goes around him, or no, looking to go around him as he's getting into that fence. All right, so we have Raymond Hardini in the 87, followed closely by the 86 of Hunter Bogdan. This could be a potential battle here, but we're also going to look forward. Tanner Mar, four-car, Mar, looking to, oh, great exit by Mar right here. And you see the 926, he's still a little sloppy into the fence on his exit. Good shift here, riding on board with Mar. Kind of has to burp it there. starting to gap a little bit on the 18. So good news for him. All right, Banks is leading the way. We have Garrett Wells now sitting in that second position, and Marr just doing his best right now. But he has himself a good hot rod tonight as he qualified in that fourth position, and now he's in that third position. So great run for him, keeping that thing up in the top 5, showing his speed out there on track this evening. And I was going to show that long run program and get this thing across that start-finish line at the end. Carroll still hunting, and it's along with Hunter Bogdan. Bogdan up 7 positions as he is now at into sixth place. So awesome run for him. No, I'm sorry, he's up to 5th place. My bad. 5th place and up 7 positions. So great run by Hunter Bogdan, along with Kyle Wellman, 42, about ready to get in a little bit of a battle here with a lapper downer. That's going to be the 8 car of Miller. So no battles there, just clearing. And we're going to see these two check. Mari's. I believe Mar was going to be signed up for the Outlier program as well. So I'm very interested to see how we're going to be able to, what we're going to throw down here on track. Okay, so, Hardina around in pits. Oh, no. Let's wind it back and see what happened. So, he may be hurt. He brings it in hot. Locks it up. Says that's it. So, I believe Raymond Hardina may be out as well. We got a couple guys still trying to move up in some positions, but more or less, I believe we got ourselves a very limited field approaching the end of tonight's race. About 70 laps left yet to go. Business is starting to pick up between the Ryko setups, the 48 of Banks and Wiles. Very similar to last week. Marr, he's tracking. He's going to try to pick up the 18. Ooh, big wiggle off by the 4 car of Marr. That's going to slow up his momentum, and the 18 is going to try to walk on by. He does. So he's going to walk on by him there. And now the 4 car Marr is going to be, oh man, he's got himself a heap of trouble here at the 86. Hunter Bogdan looking to possibly get by this 4 car. 4 car starting to step out, starting to loosen up here. Got himself a decent short run program, but seems like that car backs up. Oh yeah. Oh, both those cars slapping some fence there. So these two are maybe on these positions back and forth due to the fact they both look a little unstable, trying their best to manhandle these cars and plant that power, especially on exit. Doing great work here, though. Larry Bell in. So Larry Bell bringing it in. This could be tires, fuel. I want to say that they were already in that window on that last caution. So he's going to take 4 fresh fuel goods, get himself some fuel, put him back out there on track. But I was kind of assuming that they had enough. But again, we've been wrong on all kinds of stuff. So we can be wrong on this too. So well, again, here comes Bell. He's going to bring her back out on track. Maybe that's what Hardina was doing, and he, messed up his pit and decided that, enough's enough on that. That would put him lap down, of course. So these two are going to kind of, now we got Carroll in that per se. Now I believe he did pit. So a lot of these guys, some of these guys did pit. Maybe they can't make it all the way. I don't know. Or maybe some other guys didn't pit, assuming there would maybe be another caution. But even then, we had another caution right after that. So, yeah, very confusing. Confusing. Because right now we have 6 cars left on the lead lot. Yes! That's awesome. Bell, still on track. Jones, still on track. And Chummy Miller, still on track. So we got 9 cars on track. 6 cars on the lead lap. That's impressive. I'm stoked. But at least if this continues its race pace, then good news is it should be over quickly. Got a little more battle. 4 car and Hunter Bogdan in the 86. Mar in the 86 of Bogdan. These guys are gonna kind of go tango, if you will. Yeah, still. I knew these guys were going to throw back and forth for a little bit because, again, they seem to be pretty evenly matched up. Finally, good patience, though, by the 86. Great patience by the 86 as he clears the 4 car and continues to mosey on, bringing him now into 4th position. Still respectable finishes for both these drivers inside that top 5. Very respectable finishes here. Carroll now trying to march down or track down these race leaders. As you see, Garrett now falling away from Banks. Banks picking up the pace and going to start putting these cars, well, the rest of them, lap down here if you keep this going. But again, I don't know what kind of stuff may unfold for their fuel runs. Again, we did see Larry Bell, he pit. Carroll and them, they pit at this last caution. So was it close on fuel? Oh, we got someone sideways. That's going to be the 43 of, no, it wasn't. That was a 42, I think. Sideways. So that's the only thing that's going to bring out another caution is if one of these 9 drivers still left on the track spins their car on their own, more or less, because everything else is we're just cranking laps here, running some practice, more or less, because everyone's evenly gapped apart, if not more. And I don't find Tanner anymore. Oh, bummer. I think Tanner's out too. Wow. So wait, if everyone quits, does that mean that I get to go too, or? Just curious. It's a good question. Good question. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a short race for these guys, and I'll be pretty stoked. But right now, Matt Jones still cranking laps. Heck yeah, Jonesin. Miller, of course. But that's it. That's going to be great. So if Marr's out, which I think he is, then that should move Jones back into 7th position where he started. That's awesome. Trip 7s once again for the 77. I know I should not be that excited about that, but I am. So there you go. And here comes race leader. And there goes race leader. Now, Carroll's going to start to, he's closing the gap. We may see a battle for that 2nd position.
Possibly. We're waiting. But man, look at as this happens, he just keeps going. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's time for Banks to get into the Coca-Cola Cup. Seriously. I mean, because from what I hear, he's got himself like a 78 or 80% win percentage in all of the leagues that he races in. That's just crazy. So like he doesn't. Yeah, he don't need to be in front row no more. He needs to be in the Cup Series. And here we go, battling underway. That's going to be Carroll around the 926 of Garrett Wiles. Wiles now going to fall off here, and we have Bell with fresh tires. He's in the first car lap down. He's going to have to do it the hard way here on pass all the cars and get his lap back style of a thing. But he's still looking good. 6th position. Ooh. Little contact. Again. But Bell liking them 4 fresh field goods, and he's going to continue to march his way forward. It could be a good ploy. Might pick him up a couple spots by the end of this thing. Since the other a few cars left here to race on track. Carroll 2nd position. Can he run him down? That's going to be the question. We're watching the clock. 1:42. 1.42 seconds. And climbing. Yeah. Carol's going to have to give her all she's got, plus a lot more. Because when he gets to him, he's going to have to pass him if he can get to him. Gained a little bit there, but we're talking fractions. Let's see, Banks starting to come up on some lap traffic. And that lap traffic, I believe. Oh, it's Lindstrom. Lindstrom's still out here. All right. So I don't know. I didn't see a lot of Lindstrom in the beginning of this race, but I'm sure he's some laps down, obviously. But he's back out here on track now, trying to gain some positions. 14th. So he's gonna. Oh no! Depending on when all these rest of these guys got out, he may be able to gather himself up some crazy spots by coming out and running the last stage. What the heck? That would be funny as hell, though. That would. I'd be laughing my butt off. He gets a top 10 because he raced the last stage, missed the first 2 stages. I don't know. We'll see. But there goes Banks around him. Now it's going to put a little bit of weight for Carroll, but. And Bell with them 4 freshens, he's sticking right there with. So that shows how good that 18 car is. The 43 is on a lot newer tire than that 18. And now you can see him starting to pull right here. What the 18 needs is if this 43 is fast enough, let him get on up there to that leader, slow that leader down. That's what he needs to do. I'd encourage that lap car, get up there and make some wake. But after a while, though, these tires will neutralize, and he will find himself battling and fighting with the rest of the issues here. You know, balance and all that, right? So now that the gap has grown, and we're watching Garrett moves himself back into 3rd position. So Garrett's trying to make himself a little bit more of a comeback here. Looking for that pass. that's for P2. Yeah, so we would have seen that one. So maybe also no, he's just been holding on to his third spot. That's it. Yeah. So, and Hunter's trying to track him down. Wellman, 5th position. Good run for him. Needs it. Bell, 6th position. Jones, right on both him. Getting his trips one more time. Let's go. Chip 7s, buddy. He's a good driver, too. He just gets caught up in it. About possibly getting ready to go another lap down as the 48 is approaching on the 7-7 with Matt Jones. Loose off there by the 77. 77's going to bring it in. Pit time. All right, so 77 is pitting in. We get himself 4 tires, some fuel. That means that just brings up more curiosity to the cat here. Is that can Banks and Carroll and stuff make it? Can these guys make it all the way? Do they still have to pit? Will it be like a splash and go? So these 3, 4, I think, and 5. So all these guys have not pitted, and now it seems like everybody else has. So will they have the go-go juice to get them to the end? Again, we only have 35 laps left remaining in tonight's race. So not a long distance, but a decent enough distance if, you got to work out some kind of fuel issue. All right, Dylan Banks leading the way. Chris Carroll sitting there in that 2nd position, trying to track him down. We're going to go ahead, kick ourselves a breaky back here.
I was sent here to help the world be a better place. That is why I do what I do.
He's an intruder, wrapped in a red cape. A god pretending to be one of us.
Superman!
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies. He crossed a line to save lives. People were going to die!
Holy shit.
I'm not who I thought I was. I love you, though.
I'll destroy you. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Buckle you don't need the world's permission to be who you are.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
That's my greatest strength. They chose him. Let them die.
Good luck with that.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work. Ow, ow, stop it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Super stoked to be here. Got Chris Paul, Hamish, Lunatic in the booth, and we have the Outlier 225 underway here at Richmond under the lights. And we're looking at the biggest battle that we have seen, I think, recently here, but that was Hunter Bogdan and Garrett Wiles, maybe Kyle Wellman, but let's check in on our race leader. Yep, he's still there, crossing the line, 48. Dylan Banks, Chris Carroll, starting to, he's kind of leveraged off here. He's been sitting in the same realm of 1.40-ish to 1.7-ish off of Banks. Not really, gaining a little bit here's and there's, but kind of floating. So we'll see if he has what it takes to bring it around, maybe bring it in, but we're looking at Wiles right now. In that 926 third position. Got some side-by-side action happening between the 77 lap down car of Jones and Matt Jones and Hunter Bogdan. Bogdan getting around Jones as Jones tracking. And still, now he's up. Oh, I mean, it's good for him, but now he's up to 6th position here. So he's getting rid of that 7. Did almost contact at a 9.26 as the 77s. He's got himself in tires. So he's feeling superhero-ish right now as he's making his way around and through some traffic here and gone. So good for him. You know, at least they keeping that car on track, getting some position still. 6th position. Banks, Carroll, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's Wellman. Wellman rounding out your top 5. 25 laps left remaining in tonight's race. I'd like to, of course, give a huge shout out to our sponsors. And, of course, to everyone who's trying to, keep this race program alive the 2025 season. Nose Racing, Truck Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, and Starlink, of course, and very special new sponsor here, Outlier Speed Core Company. Been around since 2020, and again, they're putting out some really fast setups in cars. Look them out. Look them up, Outlier Speed Co. Online, and you'll bring up to your website. Check them all out. You're gonna get what they run. You're gonna get them fast setups, no BS about it. And talk to the owner of it. Guys, those guys seem to be on point. I'm super stoked to have them on board. All right, Banks still leading the way. Carroll, 11th, or in the 18, he's in 2nd position. 20 laps remaining in tonight's race. No Lindstrom here. So he's trying to put down some more laps in his Goodwin Chevy. Such a good-looking car, too. But I want to say that he missed the start of the race of some sort. And now he's out here playing some catch-up. Well, just trying to build some points, which is a good thing to do. So just these two cars kind of running with each other at the moment. Yeah, that's your hot spot on the racetrack. Everybody else is running some laps until this thing's over. 2 seconds now. And Carroll's, I know he's driving the wheels off him, but he's right on board Carroll. Loose off a little bit. Car looks good though. Car looks really good. Look at that. So he shifts a little differently. Oh, loose, big time loose. So he shifts a little differently there. Like we'll see this right here. So he's gonna come across the line, shifts after them, and then shifts into the turn more or less. And those guys were shifting at that gray mark. So we'll go to Banks. So it's your race leader, right on board with Dylan Banks. Yeah, see he shifts. He's already in second, or down a gear, as he hits that dark patch. It's a little gear difference from what I'm hearing right off the start here. And he doesn't wind it out either. This is like an early shift, like a short shift. But you see how stable that car is compared to, I mean, that's just weird. No walk, no nothing. You can definitely tell he's driving this thing. we go. It's the little different view as we crank off some laps right on board the 18. Second position. Nice and smooth there. Yeah, he drops his gear as he's in the center. So here comes Banks. He's got some lap traffic ahead of him. Yeah, he's not even, don't look like he's driving it hard at all. He's just kind of cruising this car. He doesn't really, look at his RPMs. Yeah, weird. 10 laps left remaining in tonight's race. I'd like to thank everyone real quick again for tuning in to tonight's race. You guys are all soldiers. And I know it's kind of single filed out and slowed its pace down. We're still cranking them laps. Nothing really else left yet to go over, but it's just kind of how it is. No passing, no gaining. Kind of a mute point right now. Just holding it together. Get that finish you're looking for. Super stoked for some of these guys that just kept it on the track, and they're gonna get themselves top 10 finishes. Yeah, we got over half the field. That's pretty bad. Absolutely. This guy, hard not to say something about it. When you got 7 cars out of 16 left on track. Yeah, there's already a low field. So hopefully we can find ourselves some more drivers to help finish off this season and get us into that 2026. We're always great beginning of the season, 30, 40 cars. Everybody wants to start, but then once they, get the wind knocked out of them, and their programs just aren't what they need it to be, and you only get beat so many times before some of these drivers just kind of we're good. So but again, next year we'll bring a whole new realm of things, and again we learn from every season. We really do. So we'll learn to adjust on our cup run for next year, and that way we'll hopefully bring more of the driver out than just the setup. Setup's one thing, absolutely, understanding it, being able to maneuver it, but, sometimes it just gets a little ridiculous, Things are getting a little crazy and ridiculous on how, it seems really one-sided, it feels, on the battle between setup shops at the moment. So, like I said, well, we're almost done here. 3 laps left remaining in tonight's race. And if I go over the running order one more time, it really won't make any difference. We still have 2 laps left remaining. So, but Banks, Carroll, they're all right there. Carroll's, you can see, 3 seconds back. So, falling off, but still trying to drive this thing around and get us done. But again, I really like to thank everyone for tuning in. If you do get a moment and you want to hit that like, subscribe, we really do appreciate the support. We're getting close to our 3K mark, and we got our last lap in tonight's race. Dylan Banks takes the white flag. That was the 42, going to go a lap down on the last lap. So he laps all the way up to 4th position, Dylan Banks does, as he comes across the line to win tonight's race. Good job, Banks. Oh, Cake Eater gets his cake to bake again. Right. Tonight's race winner, one more time, Dylan Banks. In the 48 Chevy Camaro. Going to burn him up. Burn him down, Dano. Carroll gets himself a... And Chris Carroll in the 18 gets that second position. What a great run for him. Garrett Wiles in a 9.26 gets that third position. But Dylan Banks in the 48 burns him down here across our finish line and takes the trophy for Richmond under the lights here in 2025 Front Row Esports. All right, we'll go over the final results while we're getting them burnouts all done. Loving it. There we go. A little better view. All right, Dylan Banks in the 48 gets himself another win. Chris Carroll, second position. Is it going to be great for his points there and keeping him as tight as he can on that 48? Third position going to go to Garrett Wiles in a 9.26. Hunter Bogdan in the 86 is at that fourth position. Fifth is going to be Kyle Wellman in the 42. Sixth is the 77 of Matt Jones. Seventh is going to be the 8 car of Chummy Miller. Eighth is going to be the 43 of Larry Bell. Tanner Marr in the 4 car gets that 9th position. Raymond Hardina in the rounds out your top 10 in that 87 car. 79 and Matt Metler gets the 11th position. Hunter Lagunas in the 27 gets 12th position here. 13th goes to Cody Gibson in the 7. Carl Lindstrom in the 83. A good Ren Chevy out there. Gets himself 14th position. 15th is going to go to 32 of Tom Freitas. And then Richard Jackson in the 53. He rounds out your field in 16th position. But all eyes go back to Dylan Banks in the 48. And is another win for Front Row Esports 2025 Cup Series. All right, let's get on over to the post-race show and talk to ourselves a winner.
Hey, Tron, just giving you a heads up. Dylan's in his head for a second.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting stuff switched around.
He had to go bathroom.
Yep. I did too. Yeah, copy that. All right, stand by one, everyone, as I'm getting things flipped around here on our broadcast. Oh, good. All right, so we do have those things finally popped up like they're supposed to. That's great. It's great, great, great. All right. All right, everyone, welcome to the post-race show. We're going to have Dylan Banks in the 48 up here in just one moment. I'd like to I thank everyone again for tuning in to the nice race. Pretty awesome here. And look, hey, I forgot to go over the race trophies, but I love how made them a little different size and did the got the light patterns going on pretty cool there. So you see, this is what we try to get done here for our race drivers. But let's look over and see if we can get ourselves a race winner. Yes, we look like we do. We got Dylan Banks in the 48. You got a copy. Got Chris Paul Hamus here.
Hold on.
You're okay, bud?
Okay, never mind. Okay, I was making sure my mic won't adjust my webcam.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up, buddy?
Yeah, what's up, my man? So another win in the 2025 series. All right, dude, you're kicking some butt out there. Car looked good. Another day at the office for the 48.
Yeah, it was a blast, man. I had a blast. I love this track. I like any short track, but Richmond's fun. I will say it's not better than Martinsville, but it's fun.
Yeah, your car looks solid out there. Kind of like you played around in the middle of the field for a little while, probably keep yourself entertained. It looks like, but then your car got that clean air and was able just to do whatever you needed it to do.
That second run, when Carroll got the lead, I figured out why he was able to pull away so fast and kept a good gap was because I had front end damage. I didn't know I had front end damage until I went in the pits and I had 15 seconds of damage.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know if my nose, I couldn't tell if my nose was caved in, splitters caved in, something was caved in though. But I think it was from hitting Matt Metler on that restart. And I think it either pushed the nose in or pushed the splitter in. I'm not sure, but it was plowing tight. I still had damage that last run too, but clean air definitely helped, and I loosened up the car a little bit. And it rocket ship.
Yeah. No, that was a killer run though. Yeah, another fast run by the 48 dude. You're just dominating out there. Pretty fast in that car.
But yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. Well, it's the Ryko setups, dog.
Yep.
The Ryko setups, man.
I think, when are you going to the Coca-Cola series? I haven't said that in the broadcast, man. I mean, your work's done here because you're putting everyone in the dust, you know. So, well, you know, you gotta step it up.
I wouldn't say that, man. There's some good talent here. Carroll, Garrett.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I could Lagunas. I mean, the list goes on and on. These guys in here, they've got talent, whether they think they do or not. I'm not the arrogant or cocky type of guy. I'm not gonna go out here and say I deserve anything, because I don't. At the end of the day, I'm humble and grateful to run with this group of guys. They've always been really good friends of mine, and we've done a lot of races together. So honestly, just humble. So don't want to underestimate everybody's talent here, because everybody in here has got talent.
Oh yeah.
Got skill.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely gonna take a swing at it this year. Gonna run road to road, see how far it goes. But
good.
Never know, anything can happen, and we're gonna give it our all.
Well, when the laps that you've been turning at tracks and heads that you've been turning as well, right along with it, I mean, I can see how it couldn't go nowhere but good for you over there.
I hope so, man. It's really easy when you got Ryko under the hood, that's for sure.
Oh, sure.
I think anything's possible. I think anything's possible when you got Ryko under the hood, that's for sure. It was an absolute rocket ship. There at the end, I was going as slow as possible, making sure I didn't blow a tire. And then in the last couple laps, I knew I could push. I started pushing, and I'm like, damn, this thing had more in the tank than I thought it did. It really did. I don't even know what my tires were at. I couldn't check. I already did a burnout, but if I had to guess, they're probably in the 30s. If I had to take a guess, I'm not sure. But just wanted to save and make sure I had enough for the end if it went green. But that cleaner definitely helps, man. It helps a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we've seen a little bit of that aero, you know, affecting some cars, getting in the dump truck a little bit. But all in all, it was, you know, yeah, you can see that clean air. That was definitely the place to be.
Sure. That's get behind somebody. It's hard to pass here. It really is. So you just got to take the momentum when you get it, and go from there. Honestly, that's about all you can do.
And I've seen that momentum was getting spoiled by that outside fence by a lot of drivers tonight, man. It looked pretty wicked for some drivers in their cars, and they had some handfuls. I mean, you didn't seem so. You seemed like your car was on point all the time. You know, out there just really smooth, hitting your marks, and just, you know, kind of like, you know, again, clockwork. You just take care of business.
I mean, that's how you got to be, man. I mean, you can ask Carroll and you can ask Garrett. It's all about consistency in these cars. So you just want to try to do the same thing every lap and go from there. Honestly, I mean, consistency is absolutely huge in these next gen cars, and the momentum is huge. So you just got to take it when you get it, and never look back.
Yeah. Well, you didn't look back tonight, man. Even when you're mired in a little bit of traffic, you still your goal and your focus was right there on that lead, and you accomplished another one more time.
Yes, sir. Going to try to win them out the rest of the year, but
well, you're on track to do so.
Try to win every race, but I mean, not degrading the talent in here. There's talent. There's a lot of talent here. These guys are really good. Carroll gave me a run for my money tonight. He had a really fast car. Garrett had a fast car. All these guys in here, they had really fast cars. Just humble and grateful to be able to run in this league, man.
Well, you're out there kicking some butt, dude. Congratulations to you. Another flawless run for you here at Richmond.
I appreciate it, buddy. Can I get my shout outs?
Absolutely, my man.
I got to thank you up in the booth for sure.
Thank you, bro.
Couldn't do it without you, buddy. We love your energy and your passion. I know you want to hop down in the car with us sometimes, but
absolutely.
We love you in the booth, but hopefully you might have an opportunity to run next year. I don't know. Hopefully you do. We love you out here, but we really do appreciate you being up in the booth. Your energy and all is unmatched. Awesome to go back and watch these broadcasts. Big shout out to the field tonight. We went green for a pretty good while. I mean, I think we had some really good green flag runs. It's a big accomplishment for everybody here. Shout out to the podium finishers, Garrett and Carol for sure. Had really fast cars. Shout out to Tom for putting on the league. Big shout out to Ryco Performance, Ken Byron, Derek, Roger, Sean, all the guys over at Ryco. Couldn't do it without them, that's for sure. They give us the sets we need to go out here and let it rip every week. So big shout out to them. Shout out to Graham Cracker Racing. Grady Graham over there. Appreciate him. All the guys over at Graham Cracker Racing. They're awesome. And lastly but not least, thank you to all the viewers and my family out there watching for sure. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to Front Row Broadcasting. Go ahead and do that now for sure. Sean appreciates all the love, and so do we. So, and last but not least, thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Amen, and amen to that. To the like and subscribe, really does show us an awesome support out there. It shows us that we're trying to get something done around here, and our efforts are paying off. So, but again, do appreciate that. Awesome shout out there, bud, and congratulations to you one more time. It's Dylan Banks, Cake Eater, getting his cake to bake one more time.
Thank you, buddy. I got one more shout. I forgot.
Yep.
SBR Motorsports. SBR Motorsports. Trevor Baxter. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Big shout out to him.
All right. SBR Motorsports. Yep. Would be good to see Trevor back in this thing and you know, back out here fighting, but yeah, things happen. We get you.
Yeah, I know, buddy.
Yep, we get you. Life happens.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tron.
You got it, my man. Till next week. We'll see you soon.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Better, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dylan Banks in a 48. Tonight's race winner. Let me get some things flipped around here as I get our second place up on here. Chris Carey, got a copy?
I got a copy, sir. You got me?
Yeah, we do. We just had a little lock up on our Discord for some reason, and there we go. Sorry, I hate doing all this stuff.
You're good, brother.
Give me one moment. Trying to get this thing to work again. All right, Mr. Chris Carroll, dude, how is it, dude? I mean, it was rough out there. It was rough. You know,
that was a really, really tough car track combination tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Real driver's track.
Yep.
Real freaky with what we had to do with shifting and the gears and get the car pointed and then not get the car sideways and then get the car to turn. One of the toughest car track combinations I've ever felt on iRacing, to be honest.
Wow.
And, yeah, it was a lot of fun out there, Tron. I don't know. I mean, for the guys that had pushy sets, it probably wasn't, but our setup was pretty free, and it was a rocket ship. I got to thank the guys at Outlier Speed Company. They were on it tonight with this setup. I'm representing those guys driving now, and a really good group. If you want to go get some sets, those guys have some really good stuff. That's the best car I've ever had at Richmond, and it was a lot of fun to drive that thing.
And the car looked solid. It really did. Yeah, it looked like you were free enough to work that thing off. I was noticing different shift points, and that you were talking about how you had to you know, get that shift point. We've seen that, you know, crucial right across that line. Different attacks there on that turn one. How critical was that?
I think getting the car pointed was really, really critical there tonight. If you got in there too tight, it just wouldn't turn. You probably lost 2 or 3 tenths. If you got loose, you lost more. So I was shifting in a turn one. I was shifting down to fourth where our set was, and then, you know, kind of kind of modulating the brake and then modulating the throttle. You couldn't step on it. And I'll be honest, I think that track, maybe one of the coolest tracks I've ever seen. And my car still was just on the edge. It was awesome. I don't know if I could make my car any better than that. Those guys at Outlier hit it perfect. Just a matter of which tire you wanted to burn off, the right front or the right rear. And I burnt my right rear off a little bit at the end, trying to go after Dylan. He had a little lead on me, and I had to use it up to try and get there. But that setup was incredible. The car track combination is one of the most fun I've ever had on iRacing, and that was a lot of fun out there. I can't say enough how fun that set was to drive.
Well, I mean, the car looked great. Outlier, I mean, we're actually speaking with the heads of state over there. It seemed like an amazing program, so we're super happy to have them on board, especially for the rest of the season. And I'm excited to see what these Outlier setups have to offer, what they're going to be able to throw up against these Rycos and everything.
Yeah, that was a really good set tonight. I needed some track position, needed some air. I never driven a setup so hooked up on a track. That was great. I know those guys, there was some good racing back in the field.
Sure.
I thought that Richmond was awesome. That was really, really, really fun. That's what sim racing should be, I think. I wish they'd go back to kind of that feel to the cars and that feel to have a lot of the cars on the sim.
Yeah, I got to get up on top of the well, it seemed like tonight. And you did. You led yourself some lots of laps out there, put that thing on pole, showed that car was a hot rod, and finished that thing up P2 podium position, my man. So you're still looking great in points. You're going to be right there in the charge for the playoffs. You got to be stoked about that, right?
Yeah, man, I can get out some Friday nights. I can get out Sunday nights, and that's about it. And I've been doing that. I love Tom Freitas and his league. What he's trying to do here for all the sim racers out there. Love what you guys are doing with the broadcast. I support these guys wholeheartedly. That's why I race where I do. And this is an awesome group of guys, and they're only getting better together. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of good people, and I think the league just gets better every race we run. And showed tonight. I mean, we only had a few cautions on a really, 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 really tough track.
Right.
And these guys are all getting better together. They're all getting racy, and you can trust a lot more guys out there than when we started this season. So we're trending in the right direction. Tom's got the ship righted in the right way here, and we're all having some fun.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see that, the 2026, because every single time that, each year just seems to be getting better and better over here.
Well, the drivers are starting to respect each other, and they race with each other every week. And, a sorry goes a long way. A lot of leagues, guys just run like maniacs and kill each other, and they don't care. They think they're computer cars out there.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys try and do it right. They're trying to bring guys in to do it right. They're trying to get better competition. And, Tom and Tanner and all the admins here, everybody that helps out. I think Garrett and Lidstrom, they're all Carl's helping out, and everybody's going to try and help out Tom. We're gonna do this right even better next year, and we're heading the right direction this year. It's fantastic running here, man.
Yeah, it's been fun. And it's been great watching you run too, man. You always put on a really good show out there. Great job tonight. Fantastic run, getting that P2 up in podium once again. I mean, Chris, go.
That's all I had, man. That's all I had.
Yeah, if I can get you some shout outs, I'll get you out of here and let you get on the rest of your weekend.
Yeah. Well, I got to thank Cody Porter, Johnny Avila for that setup tonight. That thing was a rocket. Those guys work hard over there.
Yeah.
And go get your setups there, guys. They race what they run. A lot of setup shops don't. They tone their setups down. Johnny Porter, all those guys put out what they race. And I know that he's a personal friend. And he's told me as such in private, not just trying to sell setups. They race what they run over there. And I got to thank Tanner Marr, always. Tanner got me into this stuff. And got to thank USAFirearms.com with Brian Zimmerman. He couldn't be here tonight. It's a shame. I would have liked to see him in that car tonight. That would have been fun. Got to thank all my friends and family that watch here. I got to thank you for the broadcast. And, of course, Tom and everybody that puts on the league here.
Absolutely. Well spoken by a true champion out there. So, man, great run tonight, and a fantastic work. Great show.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for the great interview, bud.
You got it, buddy. We'll see you next week, hopefully. Keep it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. That's Mr. Chris Carroll in that second place finisher. And then we're going to got Garrett Wiles in the 926. Let's see if we can get him up here. Give me 1 second. All right, Mr. Garrett Wiles, you got Chris Paul Amos here. Got a copy.
I do.
All right, my man. So, dude, you got yourself a pretty good car out there tonight. You qualified up there in that top 5 and were able to maintain and hold on. You led some laps. How'd that car feel?
Car felt great. The Ryko setups are just top notch. I mean, I had a good run. Can't really complain. I just didn't have the pace that Dylan and Carroll had. I burned it off a little bit too early at that last stint, and just once I knew that I was behind enough, I just kind of started saving so that way I could cover for if anybody else comes up. So all in all, it was a good race, and I was happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good competition out there. You tend to be, you're up there in that top 5 fighting it pretty good. The car, like I said, car looks solid. And you had that bottom line dialed in real well. I mean, was the track rubbering up? Was the track changing at all? Was there any kind of adjustments that you needed to make out there on that car?
I actually didn't make any. It felt really good and pretty stable the whole run. So I was really happy with it. The only thing I had to do is just kind of adjust my braking points as the run went on. Other than that, it was really good. It was solid.
Wow, yeah. I mean, 'cause I would say that Ryko setup, obviously, it's doing some wonders out there for you guys, because we're definitely seeing the change in the race pace with the guys who are running that Ryko setup as opposed to anyone else who's running anything else. I mean, you guys are able to get out there, stick that power to the pavement, and work a decent line in a great race. And to get to see you doing that again tonight, up there leading laps, right there on the bumper, trying to repeat a win from last week. I mean, that it seemed like that Ryko and that whole setup shop over there is really flipping up your program, something fierce right now.
Yeah, as soon as I got with them, it's been a lot better for me. Car feels better. Last week, this week I should say, I didn't want to be too aggressive like I was last week. I felt horrible about last week. This week, I think I'm the only one that had a 0x in the race. So,
oh, nice! Congratulations.
All in all, it was a good week for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a great way to come back from a win. I mean, you're podium once again. So, and those points are going to add up, and you're going to be right there. Who knows? You may have yourself a chance at a championship at the end of this thing.
Yeah, that's the game plan. I just need to stay consistent, and which is what I've been trying to do the last 4 or 5 races or so. I mean, I think in the last, I'm looking at it now, the last 5 races, my average finish is 3rd. So, I'm pretty happy with it. So it's just one step at a time.
Well, them steps are turning into leaps and bounds in that with your camp over there, bud. So congratulations to you on that P3, and just keep bringing that heat and throwing it up there, because you're coming out with some pretty incredible finishes.
I appreciate that very much, Chris.
You got it, my man. We'll get some shout outs real quick before we get you out of here, of course.
Yeah, huge shout out to you for sure. Can't do this without you up in the booth, and then Tom for putting on the league. Especially with Ryko, their setup's just great, and I feel really comfortable with them. And then other than that, just my family for sure.
Got to have that family support, my man. Absolutely. I feel you. Because again, they'll let you make these laps and get in here and crank out these races. So, but man, getting a great run for you tonight. Looked really good out there.
Yeah, like I said, today I'm really happy with it. I've done 1A open. Other than that, I got no laps. So.
Wow. So limited on practice, and still comes home with a podium finish. That's a great week. But getting it done where it counts, buddy. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Chris.
You got it, my man. Till next week, we'll see. We'll see you back here one more time. 3rd time's the charm, huh?
All right.
Later, buddy.
Let's hope. Daytona is kind of one of those flip of a coin. So.
Yeah. Got us some big bag Daytona. Yeah.
But I hope we have some good racing for you up there in the booth.
Me too, my man, because it can be a great and awesome race, or it can be a catastrophe. So we all know how. Hopefully, it's going to be an awesome race for Daytona next week.
Yeah, let's hope so. I appreciate you, Chris.
You got it.
You have a good night.
You too. Later. All right, that finishes us up and drops us down one more time here. One sec. We go to play with this. There we go. All right, so that was Mr. Garrett Wiles in a 9.26, third place finisher in tonight's race. And again, you put it down where it needed to be at the end, and was able to bring home that podium. But all eyes go to Dylan Banks in the 48, who is your race winner, which is not second place. Second place is to Chris Carroll. This right here. There we go. Sorry, my bad. Dylan Banks in the 48 gets another win for the 2025 season. So, but again, I don't want to take up too much more of the time. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's race. Super stoked for the guys getting out there throwing it down at Richmond. But of course, I throw a quick thanks out to, of course, Moza Racing, Truck Racer, W Energy Drink, Raptor Race Graphics, Starlink, and of course, we have Outlier Racing Company. Look them up, Outlier Race Co. Right? Yeah. So Outlier Speed Co. Sorry, Outlier Speed Co. Outlier Speed Company. That's it. I didn't see racing. Stupid. But Outlier Speed Company, and make sure you look them up online for their whole website. It looks pretty legit too. I can't wait to check them out even further. But the cars looked awesome out there. But anyways, thanks everyone again for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So till next time, we out.